observe that provisional pole position. Verstappen racing down towards the left-hander at turn 7. He's on another flyer himself. Cracking into qualifying, this is. Track dry. The speed's getting faster. How brave for the drivers be as Fernando Alonso goes back onto provisional pole. First man into the 150s here this evening. Charles Leclerc will try and beat that. Doesn't just beat it, smashes it out of the park. On 49.4 for Charles Leclerc. Is that a 9th pole position for him in 2022? That joy Max Verstappen haxering away at the steering wheel, but at least he's still going forward. Max Verstappen, 28.8, 41.4. Purple, fastest through the first 2 sectors. Alonso is on another plane. Right again, but he's getting away with it. He's still managed to rotate the car. Now this is a key area. Getting stopped to go underneath the grandstand, which he does, and you can just feel how tentative he is as he makes his way underneath that grandstand and now out towards the final few corners. He's okay now. Verstappen has tried off. Has crept off, hasn't he? He hasn't bought it. He's got time to get over the line. Only just though. He's leaving it right until the last. Hamilton 29.1 the first sector. That's step down what Verstappen managed on that previous lap. Verstappen going for one more flying lap. You will not find this will be his final flying lap. Qualifying and goes on to the front row for Ferrari. Ferrari 1 and 2 now. Here at Marina Bay, where they were, of course, in FP2. Red Bull's going on to lead to try and claw back some good advantage here. Hamilton and Mercedes. Fernando Alonso put themselves without Perez. Goes on to the front row for the first time in his career here in Singapore. It's changing by the minute, and Alonso just tapped the wall coming out there at turn 19. Look to me like he rather did. Lando Norris goes forward past him. Hamilton has got quickest through the middle sector. Fernando Alonso next across the line, second row for him. So Verstappen's not showing the quickest first sector, but it's matching his equal best, so he's still on a very good lap, as is Lewis Hamilton. 4 previous pole positions here in Singapore for Lewis Hamilton. He's not been on pole in 2022, and he's not going to be on pole tonight. It is the first top 3 start currently for Lewis Hamilton.
Hello and welcome to Stone Valley. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, so what we're going to do today. So while we've been off screen, I have just done a little bit of work just to kind of get a little bit of the basic and boring stuff out of the way. So just let's get rid of those. Okay, so what I have done is I've done the fields over here on the right, so 10, 5, 3 and 4. I've done the fields up top here, 26 and 31. Unfortunately, for some reason, it won't let me sell 31. Done the 2 fields at the top here, 22 and 25, and finished off and done these 2 fields here, 21 and 17. Also, while we're in here, I have laid out a little bit around here for the sheep, okay, but I haven't tested that, so we're going to start with testing that, and then what we'll do is we'll move on and we'll work on this bottom half of the map, and hopefully with just the fields and a few production points to do, / sell points. We should be able to get this done today. If we don't get it done today, then I will finish it off offline and just put a final little short out just to say that it's all done, but because there won't be any point doing it on another live stream. So who have we got in today? I see we've got Scott, but at the moment that's all I can see. So right, let's jump in then. So I've gone and added another mod to the mods that I'm using. I'm using this 1050 chip from show you in here. Here from F4. So quite a nice model. I like it. It's also got my crimson red colour, which I like to use as well. So okay, so let's jump in then, shall we? And let's have a look at the and test out the sheep. Yes, Scott, I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Hopefully I can get it, as I say, hopefully get it finished today, and we'll get it out on restricted access on on mine and Jan's itch page, and get it out for people to test. So okay, so I've also changed a little bit in the menu as well. We put in last time, we put in this area over here on the right hand side where we've got like the workshop. We've also got the cows. Now, because the animal pens are spread out around the map, because we've got cows up here, cows here, we've got sheep here, and then we've got pigs here, I decided that in the menu we'll take out the farm option and we'll rename it animal pastures and just put them all in there, and then we'll leave all the fuel filling stations in the default. Now, as you can see, we've got the two sheep, the sheep food unload and the sheep water, so we're going to give those a try. So let's load that up. Although I do have the wrong, no I don't, I can just put grass, hopefully some loose grass in there. Although, hang on, let's check to see what they want. Yeah, grass. Let's put some loose grass in here, and let's set it off. So how's everybody's weekend so far? I know obviously for you, Scott, it's early, so it's still early, but hopefully everybody's enjoying their weekend so far. So now in here it's a little bit awkward, as you can possibly see. So we've got the unload here, or the point where the wool's going to spawn, and we've got the unload point right next to it. So I don't think this is going to work, but I thought we'll just give it a try, and there we go, we can see we've missed it. So now we're going to have a look and see if we can adjust it. Now the only other thing is whether we come through the building there, because if we come through the building we can potentially come a little bit tighter in here. First cup of coffee. First of many, by any chance, Scott? Okay. So let's spin this round, and I'm going to leave the track there for a minute as I had it, but we'll just see how we go. Right. I think what we'll do is, hopefully, if I can drive properly, we'll branch off this inward around about here, and then we'll come in and head through. I do need to, oh no, there we go, that's fine. Do need to head through here nice and steady. Excuse the camera, that's going to shoot forwards. There we go. There we go. Right, and then what we'll do, we'll come round. Although now, I'm getting a bit confused as to where my track is. So what I will do is I will actually just get rid of a few points like that. I thought about going clockwise, Scott, rather than anti-clockwise, but if this one doesn't work, we'll have a look at that one. The only reason I thought about doing it the other way is obviously because of the load point. It's going to be quite... I suppose actually, yeah, you're probably right. Because we can make the turn tighter coming out, can't we? Yeah, well it already looks like this one's not going to work either, so... Yeah, there we go. I've got no trigger. So let's go with that, Scott, yeah. And I mean, it's all trial and error, so... when these triggers are quite close together. Let's have a look. Okay, there we go. Let's just get rid of that one. We'll drive through there again in a minute. So let's try this then. Let's try and come through here. Now we're going to have to, because the reason we've got to try and miss the production point is that when they start producing wool, they will get in the way of any vehicle that you are sending through. So we'll cut the corner a little bit there. And do we catch the trigger? There we go, we just about catch the trigger. So we roll through then and connect that up there. I'm gonna call, no I can't call that one. Let's make that one that way as well. No. Oh, I back to blue. Right. Let's have a look. Trigger comes up there, so actually we could probably use that one there as our... Hey December, welcome along, and we'll call that our sheep food unload. Okay, let's spin this guy around, connect it up and give it a test. And what we'll do, we'll just go a little bit wider, make this a bit nicer of a turn. And swing back. There we go. Right. Let's give this a test. While we're here, let's just get rid of this. So, I'll get rid of the points inside the barn in a minute. But let's swing this guy around. And let's go for an unload. Oh no. Need to do that. There we go. Let's have a look. Ah, well, there we go. So that didn't pick up the trigger either. Right, so I think what we'll probably have to do is probably just make sure and put in the notes that the sheep unload may clash. Excuse me if you heard the door slam. Sheep food unload may clash with wool spawn point. I'm a Brit guy, so I will kind of just follow all the Brits. I've got no real affinity for any in particular. I do like the way that George Russell is driving lately. Just super consistent in the Mercedes in terms of his results and things like that. So, but yeah, so all the British drivers really. So Hamilton, Russell, Lando, and although he drives under the Thai flag, Albon as well, because he's a Brit as well. He just drives under the Thai flag. So yeah, just kind of follow those really. I'd like to see Hamilton get one win this season to keep his run of wins, at least one win every year going. He says he's not bothered about it, but I don't think that's true. I reckon he is. But we'll see. Let's see if it picks up the trigger point this time. There we go. Now, yes, on a slightly bigger trailer, it may not pick it up. But I think with the limited room as well, I think we may add into that as well. Make us with wool spawn point, and may need to be a small trailer. To space. If anybody picks up a different way of doing it, then obviously they can tell me, and I will happily adjust. But just because of the wool spawn point as well, I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it. So just drive through here. Let's change to this angle here, and we'll just delete these track points as we go through. Okay. Yeah, Scott, it's just awkward. I don't really know what else to do with the way that this wool spawn point is sat right there as well. If the spawn point was somewhere different, it would be a lot easier. And obviously the track in past the fuel point, because you don't want too much going on in your farm in terms of tracks. Hi Tanner, welcome along. Right, so we now know that this food point works. We'll put that in the animals' pastures. Let's select water. Let's fill this with water. And let's give it a go. Oh crap. Sorry guys, I've just realised I've hit my mute button by mistake, and I realise you've not been hearing anything from me for a while. If anybody can tell me, what was the last thing you heard from me? Anybody? I need to find another mute button, I think. I'll do that after the stream. Right, where was I? That's throwing me off completely now. Sorry guys, that's really poor from me. Field 11. Yes, I'm back, Scott. Yes, and no, I was not super focused. I was getting annoyed, December. As you can see, I've moved off. Totally focused. No, not at all. Right, so there's our point for field 11. We'll just try and put a little loop in here just so we can get back on, so it doesn't go all the way down to the end of the road. And we'll do the same coming in. Does anybody know what the last thing I said was? That was actually that you could hear. And I'll try and recap what I managed to say during the silence. So that's field 11. Basically, I know for a fact that I said that that trigger is extremely tiny and I'm really struggling with it. So what I'll do is I'll come back to that at the end of the stream if we've got time. If not, I will do that as an off-screen task just before. Yeah. So yeah, thanks December. Basically, I'll probably do it as an off-stream just because it's going to be quite fiddly, quite tricky, quite sort of annoying for me, but also probably a little bit boring for you guys to just watch me kind of constantly doing the same thing, trying to figure it out. So, right, so we'll get rid of field 11 because I've done that one. As you can see, I know some of you may not have seen somewhere up halfway up the fence. That's possibly because when I went into F12, I may have hit the mute button at the same time. I think I need to find myself another mute button somewhere that is not near a button that I use quite regularly, December. Yeah, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, what I tend to do is I tend to buy all the fields and then delete them as I go, because then, although I've got a piece of paper which I'm also using, it gives me a second point of reference and I can go back to it and go, oh, hang on, why is that not sold? So, right, so that's field 11. Let's move on and move round. If anybody sees anything while I'm going around and wants to ask any questions that they haven't seen previously, then do not hesitate to ask. I will do my best to try and answer it. Right, I think what we'll do here, just jump out, okay, and we will stick flight mode on. We'll head up and we'll have a look, because we've got a field here in the middle, field number 13. So we've got 14 here, and then we've got 13 over here, which has obviously got really small access points. What I think we'll do, we'll just take a single route down this side, we'll head down the middle, and then try and come along the bottom of field 14, and that'll give us a point to put the stuff into field 13. Right, now timber. Okay, and just what I needed, we've got a telegraph pole right in the way as well. Okay, so let's come at it from a slightly different angle. Let's come in along here, and we'll come back and connect that in a minute. But we'll run in here, while we're at it, we might as well put in field 14 here so that vehicles are off the road. Oh, be careful because I can see a collectible there and I know that that's going to jump it. There we go. Through this. Okay. Yeah. And then we'll swing down here. That's pretty good. And we'll leave that there. And we'll put in field number 13. Okay. And we'll move those into their respective groups, folders, there we go, and we'll carry on. Conclusion on the sheep pen, Scott? Sorry, I missed that comment until just then. Do you mean in terms of the water? Right, let's move that point there, and then we can actually have a bit better run out of this field here, like that. There we go. Oh, let's turn it off before we make any more points. Yeah, I thought that might have been the comment, I just missed it. Between the others. Okay, just wondering whether we maybe scoot back a little bit and we'll use this one here to put in field 12. I know it's a bit of a long-winded way to get to field 12, but at the end of the day, I think when we look at access points, that's quite tree lined and fenced by the looks of it as well. So that's going to be quite awkward. And then otherwise, it's kind of using the road, and although there's a couple of open spaces, it's quite tricky. But what we can do actually, I know what we'll do, jump back in there. Let's select field 12 and we'll adjust it. So we'll do field 12 north, and we will put in another one down the bottom because we can link that with field 27. So right, so we've done 12, 13 and 14. Let's just whiz over the field. They're mine, so it's not a problem. Okay, so what we can do here, we can make the loops work together. So we'll pick the wider part here, and we'll go beyond the sign as well, anymore. There we go. Right, and we'll open up this one to go to field 27, and then we'll bring it back smoothly onto the road, and then we'll spin ourselves around, and from about the same point we'll add in this bit here, and we'll do field 12 south. Oh, sont. South, and then we'll bring that back in up around the same point here. But what we can also do is, as we've done before, so they can use this as a bit of a turn as well, let's put that to there and create a loop there, and then we'll go from there, nope, let's go back to there, and we'll make a loop like so. There we go. So now we've got those. Okay. So again, we've done, wow, 37 minutes in as well already. So I think what we'll do, we'll leave the fields, and again, I think I'll quickly finish the fields offline, because I'm quite keen to make sure that this one is done this week, because I need to move on to something else. We've got quite a few requests in the suggestions box, basically for courses in our Discord channel now. And if you aren't already in it, if Scott could put exclamation Discord, or anyone could put exclamation Discord, you'll get a link to the Discord server if you're not already there. Basically, obviously we've got a load of suggestions going, so we need to kind of push on, move on, and see what we can do in terms of other courses. So that is my aim, to kind of move off this one at the end of today, and next week we'll start another one. Right, so let's have a look at some of these sell points. So we've got obviously Stone Valley Fuel Stop, which is a sell point and a buy point, and we've also got a fast food restaurant there. Nothing else in there, and we've got the supermarket and we've got the vehicle shop. Okay, so let's just get out and let's have a look at this. So we've got, obviously the fuel point is going to be under here. Yeah, anywhere under there. That's our sell point, which will work, coming out of there. And then what have we got? Oh, that's the sell point for the diner. Okay. So then, because we're going to have to... Oh, that's tight. That's not going through there. Okay. And access out of here. Okay, we could do that. Run it around this way and back down. Okay. Alright, so I think that kind of answers that. So what we'll do is we'll come in down here. We use this as our inward. Thank you, Scott. Okay. So, as I say, we'll use this as the inward. And let's just roll forward a little bit and get that. There we go. Get that inward and that inward there. Now what we'll do is let's have a look at this point here first. So we're going to have to run a bit wider and then swing round. Excuse the camera angles. Come past. And then start coming back round this way. Let's swing out here. Which way is going to be better? Oh, it's going to be that way, isn't it? So, come out here. So we're only going to use this as the outward. So, apologise to the local residents. Not that we really care. And let's bring ourselves out at the end now. Looks like we might have a collision here. Do we have a collision? Yeah, we've got a collision there. We're going to have to be careful of that. So let's do that one manually for ourselves then. So let's swing out. We're going to have to go onto the other side of the road, but at the same time we can do... that. We'll swing out nice and wide, as wide as we can without hitting the fence. And then swing ourselves back in like so. Okay, so there's one. Next one will be refueling. And Now, I think if we look at it, you can see here that we've got trigger point will appear outside, but that's going to make the turn quite tight. So we can also do it on the inside too. Actually, let's just do this sell point, like, zoom in a bit so we can see, and come through here like so, I think, and then come over here. But while we're here, let's put in Stone Valley Fuel, and we'll put it as point. I know it says fuel stop, but we'll put it as fuel point because that will remind us. And then we'll roll forwards over the trigger, move ourselves out a little bit, and we'll call that Stone Valley Fuel Stop, because that is the sell point. And then we'll roll ourselves around, and we will go one more. Oh, give me one more. Doesn't want to give me a point. There we go. One there. But what we can also do is that was connected to that. Right, what we'll do, let's get rid of this line here. We'll add ourselves another little point in the middle. Connect them up, and then we'll scroll that round and join that back up there. Okay, so let's, oh, there we go, schoolboy error, left record on AutoDrive. Okay, so while we're here, let's go in here, let's take our fuel down to let's just call it 20 litres. Okay, and you can see down the bottom there, and then let's pop it on fuel value, fuel point. I haven't got the settings turned on, have I? Where's the settings? Refuel settings, refuel settings. Where have they gone? Refuel settings. Automatic refueling. Okay. Automatic refueling. I'm supposed to. Anyone see it? Anyone see? Automatic refueling's on. Let's have a look. Automatic refueling, closer to refuel trigger, drive to a refuel destination. And the fuel is low. Okay. Maybe we need to go a little bit lower. Bottom, what, the three lines? No, they're experimental features. Refuel only at valid stations. Yeah, I mean. I think it might be because I've got too much fuel in there. Right, let's drive to the fuel stop, and there you go. And it's now driving to the refuel station. And it should refuel if it was open. Weird that you have to open all the. You have to open the cover, which is obviously opening all the doors on that vehicle. But okay, right. That one, we know that one works. That one's going to work. That's not a problem, but we will test it. So let's find ourselves a vehicle. Where is my truck? Always like to try it with the bigger trucks. There we go. Because then you know you're okay. Right, so let's just go to unload. Let's put it on that one there. Let's just set it to go. Let's fill up with some wheat in both hoppers. Well, actually, done it again. Let's make sure. Yeah, it does. Stone Valley fuel stop. Let's make sure it buys it. Right, let's jump back into here. Now, while that's coming down, okay, we'll leave that to it. We need to go and mark this one here. Just double check the trigger point on this building. Yeah, that should be big enough. That should be fine. But what we'll do, we'll roll around here a bit more, and then we'll put in what we got. What's the name of this one? That's the fast food restaurant. Right. Okay. And then we'll need to test that one as well. While we're waiting for that vehicle to come down, however, let's move on, because we've got another one over here to look at. Oh, well, this one looks a bit more promising. Nice bigger area. There we go. Nice trigger point. However, if somebody is going to use that as an area to potentially put another production building, we don't want to clash too much. So what we can do is to make it easy for them, let's put the route in this way. We can always go wider at the back end. Move him a little bit closer. And scroll him in as well. And then we'll trek down here. We'll go a little bit wider at the end. And then we can come back in here. Let's check we're inside the trigger, which we are. Good. We'll roll forwards. And let's move this one a little bit further out. Like so, and we'll... Ah, there we go. So the superliner's there. Let's go and jump into that. Where are we? There it is. Right, now we might have a problem here. As you can see, this is going to look like it's going to be very, very tight. It's going to hit the humps. There we go. Right, so that isn't going to work for larger vehicles. So, how are we going to fix that? I wonder. have a look. Right. I'm a little bit puzzled. We could come in the other way, but then that's going to be awkward. Especially as we put in the track now. I think that will be the way to do it, but I think we're going to have to just be a little bit... Coming in from the left is going to be fine. So I think actually I think I've got it. What we'll do, let's take that inward from that direction out. And let's back this guy up. We'll use him to actually create the track now as well. Just because we're in him and he's the one that's causing us the issues. We'll swing ourselves through there to turn around. Or not. Look away now if you're squeamish. Right. So he's going to come in, so we're going to have to just make it a wider turn. But what we're going to have to do is going to have to make it quite a wide turn. So let's steer the right way, would help. We'll take him onto the wrong side of the road a lot earlier, so he's got more time to swing in and straighten up. So we'll come out here, come out all the way out here, and what we'll actually do, we'll go inside that other track, but we need to make sure that we're back in time. Oh no, not that one, for that one. Now I think that might actually still be a little bit too tight, looking at the way that's going around that corner. Yeah. So we're going to have to think of something else. Okay, so let's get rid of these points again. Drive through. Come on, Ed. Whoa, hello. I have absolutely no idea what happened there. Okay. Oh wow, we've got a glitching AutoDrive point there as well. Okay, so I think, yes, here we go, I know what we'll do. Let's take those points out as well. We'll come back a little bit there. Then we'll just have to come in a lot wider. Honestly, I don't know why I took those points out, because they're still going to need them on the way in from the left. So we'll come out nice and wide here, and then we'll bring him round like so, close as we can. Straighten him up as soon as we can. And he's just going to end up taking a slightly different route over the point. There we go. Well, I think we've cracked it, boys and girls. So let's pull him back out of here. spin him around and let's set him off again and see how we go this time. If I can do it without jackknifing the truck again. Good. Off you go. Excuse me. Right. Let's have a look. Are we gonna behave or is he still gonna clip? Oh, perfect. There we go. Look at that. Let's open his cover and he'll start selling. Right. So we'll just let him carry on for a minute. Let's jump back into... No, he's not the one we were looking for. This one here. Okay, so let's finish this guy off. So he wants to come... No, actually what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to come out wider on the exit because we need that point quite late. And we're going to call this the market. Yep. And then we'll go on the way out. We just have to come a little bit wider and tuck him onto that point there. Okay, so there we go. We'll check that one out as well once this guy's finished. Let's check him. Not selling. Why is he not selling? Did I look at that wrong? Wheat, Stone Valley fuel stop. Interesting. Interesting. Let's check it. Let's check it ourselves. Let's see if it'll actually sell. Alright, so I'm getting no dip point. Wheat is not accepted here. Anyone else see that? It says wheat, yes? Okay. Well, we know it works in terms of getting the vehicles through there. Clearly, it's a bit odd that it says it takes it, but doesn't actually take it. So, right, okay. My guess would be that's something to do with the map rather than us, because we can get it to go through there, we can get it to pick up the trigger and uncover itself, so that's fine. Right. So the other one we need to test is the fast food restaurant and the supermarket. Now, let's see, what is it going to take? Supermarket will take olives, grapes. They're in trailers. Potatoes are in trailers. Right. Let's have a look at... Yeah, Scott, I'll send that through, and I mean, he's probably seen it because obviously the map's been out a while, but it's interesting that it says it takes it, but doesn't actually take it. Right, so let's just run over here. Let's, in the middle of our field, reset that. We need to bring... I want this trailer here. Come on. Oh, save. And then we'll go and get into this one here. and pick that up. So what we'll do is very quickly put the eggs through, just nice and simple, we'll put some eggs through the supermarket and the fast food restaurant, and then we'll move on. So loader here that I haven't done. So field 12, field 27, fuel valley, fuel stop as a sell point, supermarket we're testing out, that one we're testing out, oh, that one's good. Okay, so let's jump out here. Let's just spawn ourselves a pallet of, oh, general, whoops, wrong one. Eggs, because I know they're accepted. Get on. And let's strap them down and send it on its way. Now, nope. Okay. Now with this trailer we probably have to, okay. That's curious that it's gone and decided to do that. That's better. We can unstrap that now. Opened up. Weirdly. There we go, and the eggs are selling. You wouldn't always do it like that, obviously you're more likely to send it to this one, but that's fine. At least we know it does work as a selling point. Go to the supermarket and do that as well. Stop. Fast food restaurant. So is there anything else that people have seen that they want to see? Do we want to go and do the pig farm and then I can finish off the rest of the sell points in the fields? Or is there anything anybody specifically wants to see for this series before we find another one to do from next week? There we go, and the eggs are being sold there as well, so that's fine. Okay. Right, so let's move that one out of there as well. Into sell points. What have we got in there? It's just buying station. Okay. Right, so let's move ourselves down. No, I've just been watching you doing your thing. Thanks, December. Right, I think best way to probably do this will actually be to put in a quick two-way track just to cover the entrance. We'll put our inwards and our outbounds. Gonna have to make a slightly larger inbound that way. And a larger outbound. Right, so let's have a look at this track. I think what we'll do, we'll move up and we'll do the pig farm, and then I'll finish the rest off stream. Took that a little bit wide, so I'll just manually adjust. Let's delete that one, I think. These do take a lot of work, so thanks for the effort you might put in, even with bug pickups. Yeah, it's one of those things. Bug pickups are going to happen. You're going to find something that's not going to work sort of the same style as you would do another normal track. It just takes a bit of perseverance, bit of troubleshooting. I mean, I've only really been using AutoDrive since sort of January time this year, because I'm going to swear, I'm not really. I was a console player beforehand. I've played since FS 15 on console. So I had 15, 17 and 19. Have got it on 20. I have got 22 on the console, but that's so that I can play with my son. But yeah, I bought a PC, a decent PC in January, and yeah, I mean, it has changed the way. And I was given a heavy equipment bundle for Christmas by my kids as well. So I've just sort of soaked myself straight into it and jumped into AutoDrive, really put my work into it. And yeah, as you've kind of all seen, first one I sort of put out was Green Valley, which was massive for me. It's had a huge amount of success. What am I doing in here? Oh yeah, I'm just going to buy something small. I don't care what it is. Just to see where the trigger point is for when we drive around. There we go. So yeah, so I had loads of fun. Just kind of really soaked myself into it. So we'll call that one there. Actually, no, I know what we'll do. We'll swing that back round here, and we'll call this one the dealership. I don't, Scott. I've got, as I say, we've got quite a few requests. So we've got requests for Huron County. We've got requests for Griffin in Indiana. Let me just pull up the Discord and have a look. So yes, we've had. Well, we've got quite a few, but we've got East Vineland, New Jersey. We've got Huron County. As I said, we've got Griffin, Indiana, Westby. We've also had JT Sage from the FSG gaming crew, so the Farm Sim Game crew, the modding crew, they've done a basic course on their map Backroads County. Wanted us to kind of take a look at it and see if we can sort of make it any better, improve it, if there's anything that we can do to that. I'm in the process of working on a course on Map Italia, Greenlands, because I'm playing on both of those maps as different save games. So as I'm doing extra work on contracts and things like that, I'm just building on through that, and yeah, so got quite a few in the quite a few sort of things that we're thinking about. We've also potentially, from one of FSG's subscribers, Farms in Briscoe, he's currently doing a 4x a 4x UK map, which I've had conversations with him about potentially him giving me the map as a testing, as like a tester, but also at the same time starting an AutoDrive course on that at the same time, so that potentially when he's got all the information back from his testers, he'll have and he's ready to release it out to sort of everybody. He'll be able to link up an AutoDrive course, not necessarily bedded into the game, not into the map, but certainly that he can sort of direct people to that way. So yeah, so there's a few sort of things going on. Jan and I are gonna. We had a conversation the other day, and I completely forgot what we said on that conversation. But we will have a conversation through Discord and stuff over the next sort of few days, and work out what we're going to do as a joint project in terms of like. So we've done obviously Red River, and because Red River is quite big, we did that on a multiplayer server, so that we could kind of work on it together at the same time, but also when only one of us is online, we don't have to worry about the other one, about what the other person's done before we have to then do the same thing as somebody else, basically. Don't know what I was trying to say for a minute, but yeah. So that's our plan. So we'll probably put the UK map on the server, because it's a 4x, so it gives, because it's bigger and needs a bit more to it. I think I might put Map Italia onto my live streams for the next couple of weeks. Not for the whole series. I've already started it. Might put it on here for a couple of weeks. I think I'm going to sort of jump around, do a few weeks on different maps. Just because if I stay on one map for ages on my live stream, that could take me weeks to end up getting that AutoDrive course completed and put out to testers, and then obviously out to other people. Just kind of maybe 2-3 weeks per stream, gives people different things to see from different sides, and how sort of detailed other maps can be. What's everybody's thoughts on that? Couple of 3 weeks per map. Does take a few weeks per map anyway, in general, because normal life from me is quite busy. So I kind of get weekends to have a go, and some nights during the week, depending on if my wife's awake late at night or not. But otherwise, I think, yeah, I think a couple of 3 weeks per map would work. If you guys think slightly different, then okay. So yeah, Italia's a stunning map. AD course. Yeah. Also, the other thing with the AD course, obviously, I've started the AD course on Italia already, and obviously FSG's just started doing like a little bit of a live stream series on there from Wednesday. So if he keeps doing that, then at least I can keep building on that AutoDrive course for him. But yeah, I just think it means that there's potentially different stuff on different places, like different types of narrow maps, wide maps, in terms of road networks. So Italia is quite narrow in places. You've got obviously bigger roads like on this one here or on Red River. I think it'll provide a bit more variety. So now there's the fuel point. That's fine. Road in here, road out there. Right, I think collectibles are in the way everywhere, aren't they? Right. So what we'll do then? Let's build ourselves a little course in here, and I think that's probably where we'll leave it for today. But let's do this. Right. So just had a look around, as you saw, just to kind of see where we're at in terms of triggers, routes in, routes out, things like that. And hopefully we can get it to work a bit easier than the sheep farm we were struggling with earlier. So we can come in here like this, trigger point for the food. Although it's small, we can get quite close to it, I think, because we can straighten up, although that is going to be too close for tractors. We can work that out now. Like so, but what we can do, as I say, because we can take it a bit further, because we can sort of start kicking out. Oh, hello, that's a bit awkward. And round like so. We might as well add the fuel point in as we're going through here. So this is, we'll call this fuel point south and then southwest. Let me just catch up. Don't burn yourself out for our sake. Do, yeah. I mean, as I say, it's just something that I'm enjoying doing on Saturday afternoon. Coming on here, streaming for an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Just kind of work through. In terms of the burning out, and I appreciate the comment, and I wouldn't burn myself out for a game, but it's just, as I say, I'm enjoying creating these courses, so it's just kind of what I do and when. So there we go. Connect that up there. It'll be a bit before I build. Oh, right. Right. Okay. So I've got her ins, got her outs. Right. Let's have a look and put in the pig food here. Got a water point over there as well, which we need to link in somewhere. So I think we'll do that on the way. We'll do this. But while we're doing that, actually, let's jump into this tractor, connect him up to the trailer. And then we shall send him full of pig food. Hopefully. Pig food. And we'll send him to pig food unload. While he's doing that, we'll jump back into this and we'll do the rest. So let's have a look at getting some water, and we'll go round here, round the back of this building. I think it's probably going to be the best way to do it. Let's check the trigger. There's the trigger, and come straight through the trigger. Now I'm going to put the water point trigger in probably about there. Now, did I have another water point? If I did, I'm a bit stuffed. No, that's fine. Good. Okay. And then, no worries. Thanks for stopping in December. I'll hopefully see you around next week. There's our tractor. Let's have a look. Oh, that's tight. That is tight. That is tight. Oh, that is very tight. But we've done it. Although anything with jewels on there is going to struggle. Okay. So we'll just pull that out a little bit, just to make sure that anything with like jewels or anything can. Now that's not tipped anything. That's awkward as well. Oh, it has tipped something. Ooh, and that was very close to the trigger point as well. Okay, so what we're going to have to do then... Oh, I'm in the wrong vehicle. Let's move this guy on. We'll delete that one. And we'll just put it a little bit further up. Right. And we'll reset that point that has decided to float in midair. Okay. So we've got our pig food, and we know that's going to work. So now what we want is our water tanker, which we're going to have to jump out and reset from up here. Right, obviously got nothing in it because we reset it. Let's find water. Oh no. Why did I fill it? Why did I fill it? I'm going to send it to the water point to fill it up. So, we know pig food unload works, so we'll send that to animal pastures. Water point, there we go. Make sure we're far enough back that it picks that up. Right, we want to load it. Actually, I know what we'll do. Very, very quickly. Let's just do the water point that we need to do here first. Because then what we can do is send it to fill that up. Which is what you're going to do probably anyway with it. So now we can get a bit closer. Now hopefully we don't have issues with this trigger point this time, because we can go much straighter, unlike the sheep farm. Right, let's get him out of the way. Let's jump back into that one there. Right, we want to... Oh no, we want to go pick up and deliver. Where are we? There we go. Pick up from the water point, drop off at... Ooh, hello. I can't see anything. Drop off at... we didn't name it. Right, so how far forwards do we want to go? Probably, let's go there. That'll be alright. Pig, water. Right. So we want to pick up from the water point, go to the pig water, and we clearly want water. Let's see what happens here, shall we? it's going to go in a big loop. Yay! Right, let's just leave that running for a minute. Okay. Right, so here we go this time. Gonna make another loop though, isn't it? But that's fine. I mean, short of bringing the track round the other way, and then going, again, a big loop out, it's kind of gonna happen either way. You're either gonna come in here and then have to loop round the building, or you just go back on the main road and loop back in that way. I think that's probably pretty good either way. I don't think it's going to really matter too much. Right, there we go. So it's filling the water up. Could take a while, so I think that'll be enough. We'll just skip it on. Ah, there we go. So that is a buying point. So what we'll do is we'll move that into buying stations, because it's going to cost you. Right, so if this works, that's the pig farm complete, and then we'll leave it there for today. So hopefully, around we go. Pick up the trigger, pick up the trigger. You gonna unload? No. Right, let's go and have a look myself. It may be that these water triggers don't seem to work. Or it might be the trailer I'm using. I wonder whether it's the trailer I'm using. I wonder whether I'm coming in the wrong side. Right, so that is definitely in the trigger. Yeah, the trigger is in the trigger. Right, nothing to do with the covers. Right, let's see. It's coming in the other way. Give ourselves a bit there. I don't think it should, because at the end of the day the trigger's on both sides. Right, there we go. Okay. I just think they're just non-existent, Scott, to be honest, because I cannot just use a bit of sorcery, move it right into the trigger. Let's see what we get from the track this time. Right, so, yeah, blimey, they really are. Okay, so I think, yeah, so as you can see, Scott, now you can see that they are literally the tiniest of tiny triggers. So I think what we're going to have to do for that is say that the sheep water and the pig water will go triggers are small. And basically say that that are so small that tracks can't be placed to get close enough So we'll need to be manual unloads. And I mean, I'm sure you've all kind of seen it on your on save games or anything you've done, that triggers are small in places, but there's no way that I'm going to be able to get a track close enough that a tractor would be able to get along that wall and get that trailer right up against that fence. It's just not going to happen. So what we'll do is, just to make it, because we are going to write in the notes that they are manual unloads, we'll move the triggers closer so that the tractor stops a lot closer and people can actually manually unload themselves. But what I will do, because I've got the space as well, I will actually put manual unload there as well. Oh, sorry, smacked my head with my... Right, pig, water, manual unload, and that goes into animal pastures. Let's quickly jump up. Just before I forget, I know I said I was going to do it offline, but just so I don't forget, we will move the sheep water as well. Put it there, and we'll go sheep water, and then we'll put in brackets manual unload. There we go. Okay. So at least that answers that question. Okay, and we're not in too much of an issue there. So let's finish up with just having a look on the helper menu, which will show us our courses. So as I say, we're pretty much there. We've got the biomass heating plant here to do. We've done this farm here now, so that's fine. We've got South Valley stores to do. We've got the grain mill production plant. That's a buying station, which I want to say I've already done, but because I had Better Earth Products buying station. Okay, I'm a little confused there now, so let me just jump down there very, very briefly. Okay. So where is Better Earth Products buying? Oh, we got one up in the top as well. Better Earth Products up there. Oh, okay, so we're going to have to look at that as well. So we're going to have to go Better Earth Products. We know that will go north, so we'll put north. There we go. Okay, so thank you all for coming along. Thank you all for watching. As I say, that's this Stone Valley series done. I'm going to finish this map offline now. I will get it out. If you aren't already on the Discord, please come along and join up. And you can see all the information coming out from myself and Jan on the AutoDrive creators. If you've been watching FSG streams lately, you'll know that he is in the process of making us a nice fancy logo, which we'll put onto the Discord channel. We'll put onto the itch.io page as well. And I might even change my logo on YouTube for it as well. Use a bit of mine and a bit of FSG's just dotted around, because obviously a lot of the stuff I'm doing here, although it's me personally, it's still part of the AutoDrive Creators channel. I say channel, but our Discord and our venture together. So yeah, I think from the comments that I was reading a little bit earlier, I think what I'll do is we'll jump onto a map Italia next week, I think. As I say, I really, really like the map. We'll probably try and help FSG out a little bit, put a little bit of an AutoDrive course up in the top left-hand corner where he is. Hopefully link it up with the main road, which I think I've already got the main road set. But if not, I will do by next week. And then, yeah, we can work from there. So again, thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Help boost it. Help more people come along. And tell your friends that you and share it, as I say. And yeah, thanks all for watching the Stone Valley series. That's the end of this one, but we'll hopefully see you on Map Italia next week. Thanks very much.